Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Thursday Night Live.
Hello, hello. Hi.
Hey, Linda.
Hey, guys. Hello. What's up, y'all? What's up?
Welcome to Thursday Night Live.
Absolutely. Thank everybody for coming out and hanging out with Brian and Tyree last week for Tarot Night.
And Raymond.
You videoed in, right?
Yeah, I did.
So the boys did the thing. Seems as though everybody had a good time with it. Hope you guys got some answers. This week it is a new month, so we are on a new topic. We'll get to that in just a little bit, but let us know how you guys are liking how this is progressing. So the 3 weeks worth of topics or guests or whatever, and then the tarot night at the end of the month. Let us know if that's doing the job that it needs to do for you guys.
Does it do it for you?
Does it do it for you? Does it get you there?
Howdy, Terry.
Terry. Oh my goodness, yes, I love it. And thank you guys for being patient, especially with me. Anybody that's been trying to get a hold of me, there's been a lot over the last little bit. My birthday's usually not an awesome time for me, and the last few years have actually made it a lot easier. And this one was definitely very special. So thank you guys for allowing me to have the week off that I did, and not coming back until tonight like I did. But thank you guys very much. So what do we have on the list of stuff that we have going on?
Quite a bit, but real quick, I'm going to say hi because Renee said hello and Redmond said hi. So we do have a couple of awesome things coming up. Raymond, do you have the list pulled up?
Currently, I do not.
One moment, y'all. Technical difficulties.
Monday. Are we still doing Monday here, Mr. Tyree?
What?
Uh-huh.
The eclipse?
Oh, as of right now, no, because it's supposed to be cloudy and we won't be able to do anything.
Oh, okay. Fair.
Tentatively.
Tentatively. Currently, our next thing we are supposed to have a podcast next week that is up in the air currently. We will let you know prior to if that's still happening. Other than that, we have the 100 series coming up at the end of the month. That's honestly about all we got right now.
Okay. Well, if you guys would like us to be on any podcasts, live streams, if you would like to be on ours, let us know. We are actually going to start taking requests for guests. So if you guys would like to come on and talk to us about something, or if there's something that you would like to talk to us about in live forum, let us know. We'll do the thing. Also coming up, we always change the schedule, at least as far as what we're having throughout the month at the turn of the month. So the new flyer is floating around. This month's topic is faith. So starting probably in May, if you guys have something that it is that you would like to bring to the table on any of our topics, let us know, and we'll see if we can get you brought in as a guest. Also, same for Tarot Night Live. So if you are a reader and you would like to come on, of course, we're going to have to vet you first. Love y'all, but we're going to have to vet you first. But as long as you want to come on, have some fun, and you're legit at what you do, we'll have you on. We'll have some fun, and we'll show people you're legit at what you do. Anything else? Well, the next big event, at least for us, the next big event that we're going to have is the 25th of May, right?
Yes, indeed.
That is going to be the next paranormal investigation class. We will be doing the whole thing on site at the Murphy Building. So if you guys are interested, let us know and come do things.
Tickets are on sale now.
They actually
Yeah.
are.
They're $60 a piece, and we will be in Maysville for the entire evening.
And it's in person only, right?
Yes, sir.
Only.
This one is not going to be a hybrid. So if you want to come do, you got to drive. We actually would prefer to see your smiling faces as opposed to screen your silent faces. Notice how I put that. Because everybody likes to talk when they're in person, but usually it's crickets when we have you guys over a camera. So that's part of it. The other part of it is this is supposed to be a community activity. You know, y'all come out and have fun. Come do things. We do crazy metaphysical bullshit here. So, you know, come be a part of it.
Terry has a caving event that weekend.
Of course you do. Damn it, Terry.
Listen here, Terry.
For shame.
Do it, chick. Live your life.
But also, we do still have our survey circling around. It is still listed on the page, so if you don't care to take a few minutes and fill that out for us, it's only a few questions. We're just trying to get more ideas as to, offer some things that you guys are really looking forward to.
Also, the production team, since we have two of them here, this one being the head of said production team, we are actually working on some special stuff for the YouTube. Be looking for that. And we are we're going to be doing the thing as far as something else very soon too. We just have to finalize paperwork at this particular point for said thing. So, bunch of good news, bunch of awesome news. And the thing for YouTube may become something bigger later. We're just starting there to dip the toe and see what you guys think. But we've got some really cool stuff to show you guys, and I think it's going to be awesome.
I think so too.
I agree. It's been a little bit of work, but we're getting it. We're getting it.
Also, we are simulcasting to YouTube. So if you know people that would be interested in the Thursday night stuff that we provide or anything else that we do, but they're not social media people, they can find us on YouTube, watch the same program. Also, I understand that it's easier to stream to a TV or a phone than it is to use Facebook. So there's that too. So if you would like to watch the lives and stuff on YouTube, you can find us there.
This is really funny. The other day, me and Cameron were flipping through YouTube, and our video popped up. And he's like, "Oh, like no, buddy, I don't think you'd really be interested in that. You can watch it if you want, but
You never know.
Never do. All right. Anything else?
I don't think so.
All right. We're not going, that was the other thing. We're not going to be at the local event this month, so we're not going to be at the Central Kentucky Mystical Market this month. That doesn't mean that you shouldn't go out, say hi to people, check it out. It's an awesome event. It is only going to be on that Sunday, and it's only going to be 11 to 5, if I remember correctly.
Mhm.
So it's going to be a single day, short day, but people are still going to be there and doing the thing. Please go and support them if you can. We will be back in May, though. So we'll be back in full swing in May. And who knows, maybe that weekend we'll actually be able to play some fucking D&D.
No.
Oh my God.
It's been so long. It's that particular itch, like right on the inside of your ass that you can't get to in public because it's just offensive for everybody, including yourself. It's that kind of a problem right now.
Hey, Pat, you're gonna have to remember that for me.
What?
Hold up, wait a minute.
May,
Okay.
possible D&D.
Okay. Scratching the inside of your ass? That's kind of where it was. I'm like, okay. Why do you need help remembering that?
I need help for remembering this precious.
My ass itches, I don't know why. Can you help me remember? What did I have? So that's the perfect fucking segue. Have faith in yourself. Faith in yourself.
I guess it would be nice.
Oh my goodness.
If I test my body in public.
Mm-mm.
Some people's
Mm-mm.
kids.
I think I need a hug.
Do you?
I don't think so.
It may not be safe. It'll work. It'll work.
I brought this little leaf in that I found outside. I think I'm just gonna cuddle with this little leaf.
3-star?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
It helps
Okay.
grounding.
I bet it do.
I'm sure.
Oh,
Faith in yourself.
faith in yourself. It's slowly dwindling. All right. All jokes aside, the topic of this month is faith, and specifically this week, we're talking about faith in yourself. And what is it to have faith in yourself? You know, it's everyone talks about believing in yourself and being your own cheerleader and, you know, all these kinds of things, but how can you do that? Having faith is different than having belief. Having faith is trusting in what it is that you know you are and what it is that you can do. You know, we've talked a lot about integrity on these live streams, especially over the last couple months. We've talked a lot about getting out of your own head a lot these last couple months. We've talked a lot about what it is to love yourself, others, and situations. Faith in yourself is allowing yourself to know that you are making the best options with what it is that you have and what it is that you know. You can only do your best. At the end of the day, that's all you have to give. If you know for a fact that you haven't given your best and you end up with a half-assed situation or a half-assed answer, you didn't trust yourself enough to follow through with it in the first place. Faith in yourself is hearing that voice on the inside. That's not the intrusive one. That's not the, well, this person said one. That's not the internal monologue, things that you tell yourself directly. But the true voice on the inside, your connection, and going, you know what, you're right. I have trust in what it is that I hear. When your flavor speaks and the soul listens, that is what intuition is. Trusting that intuition is having faith in yourself.
Faith and trust very much go hand in hand. It's one of those things of you can't really have one without the other. Faith and trust. So if you don't have trust in, and then a lot of the time it's building up that trust is the thing that's built. You don't just, you don't just hand somebody trust. Unless you're willing just to have your heart ripped out. just being blunt. You build it up. You work through it. All right, I made a mistake. I'm going to try again. I'm going to get back up. Hope and loving yourself. How many times when you were going through your process, when you were coming up, did you have to learn how to listen, learn how to understand, learn how to trust that inner voice?
Well, I mean, it's something that even to this day, it's an active thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's an everyday thing. It's not something, because we're meant to be in relationship with ourselves, with others, with our higher power. That's the whole point of literally these fucking 3 months of conversations. But in order to have that understanding, that relationship, you have to work at it. You have to talk every day. You have to really apply yourself. You can't just be like, oh, well, it's there. Cool. You acknowledge that it's there, but what are you doing with it? And same thing with faith and trust, bouncing off what Brian was talking about. We talk all the time. We've said this at length about what it is to have true faith. For those who would prefer the Bible, we're to have faith as a child. Well, what is faith as a child? Is it to follow blindly? No. Is it to just believe that good things will happen and good things will? No.
It is to ask why.
Literally.
Why does it work like that? Well, what do you think? It's like going to a parent and asking, how does this work, Dad? How does this work, Mom? Why does it go this way? Why does it go that way? Why is it like this? Why is it like that? And knowing that the answer is going to be there.
That's what faith actually is. I have faith that when I ask the question, I will receive a truthful answer. So how can you apply that to yourself? What is faith in yourself? Faith in yourself is being able to ask yourself the hard questions, the difficult things. Is this mine? Is this my fault? Is there something I can fix? Are there things that I actually need to work on? Am I hiding from this? The real deep dive, difficult shit that most people would either A, externalize what's everybody else's fault or everyone else's problem, or B, hyperfixate on, well, everything is my fault. Everything is my problem. That's the fucking question. Trust the answer that you receive, not the one that you tell yourself, the one you receive.
Mm-hmm.
Because we all do that. Everybody asks those questions of ourselves and then pretty much talk ourselves out of what is true.
Mm-hmm.
We do that literally on a regular basis. Anybody and everybody. Some people are better about it than others.
Mm-hmm.
But everyone does this. Well, that's the way it feels, but, well, that's the way it seems, but, well, I'm going to use this convoluted explanation about things that don't fucking matter to explain why I'm going against what it is that I know is true. Everybody fucking does that. Because the truth is harsher than any lie that could ever be told.
Mm-hmm.
Faith is being able to go, okay, that sucks, but it's true. Now that I know that it's true, I know what to do. I know where to go. I know how to adapt. I know how to grow from this.
There was a psychiatrist that I had seen flipping through doom scrolling, and he was, the figure's a fairly controversial figure, but they said a thing that actually made me go, oh, that makes sense. Ask yourself the question, what can I do that I'm not doing, that I know I can do, that I know I should do? And you will get an answer.
Almost immediate.
It's a psychiatrist saying that. What can I do that I should do that I know I should?
Once you have that answer, and you'll know it is a truthful answer when it affects you.
Mhm.
That's something else that other people and even ourselves, we talk in length about how we've gone through therapy or how we have our moments, but it's a big thing. People ignore it so hard. Denial hits like a hammer to the back of the head, and nothing else matters but the pain. So there has to be a realization. There has to be this epiphany. There has to be this big blow up excuse. No, there doesn't. When you feel it, 100% actually feel it, it doesn't hurt. That's something to really pay attention to. It does not hurt. It may be harsh, but it does not hurt. Well, I already knew that. Shit. Oh, I probably should have been doing this. Shit. It's that realization, and then the damn, okay.
I already knew that.
Kind of like a kid, and another faith thing. It's kind of like a kid that falls down and barks their knee on the sidewalk and starts to cry, and you're like, you're okay. I'm okay. You're okay. I'm okay. And the kid goes running. It's the same thing that your mind actually does for you, self-soothe. When the truth actually hits, and it is a legitimate truth, you will go into self-soothe 100% of the time. Damn it. Okay, let's go. What happens is people want it to be difficult. They want it to hurt. They want it to be a thing because they feel guilty. They feel as though it should be a bigger punishment for something that they quote unquote missed or quote unquote fucked up. And I'm like, nah. Faith in yourself is understanding. Okay. We missed the mark on it. That doesn't mean we can't try it again. Pull another arrow from the quiver. Let's go. Trying again. Faith is being truthful. Faith is holding integrity. Faith is being able to look at yourself and go, you know what? You are finally going to be accountable for the things that you've made other people responsible for. You are finally going to be accountable for the things that haven't been true that you've accepted. You're finally going to be accountable for your actual happiness. Because it's not on anybody else to make you happy. Faith is understanding those things, accepting those things, and then being at peace with those things. Someone else say words.
Actually, I was getting ready to say, it's funny that we're talking this because we had the same conversation right before the show.
I know, right? It usually ends up like that most of the time.
Yeah, that was funny because I came to Steve with the situation that I was going through, and basically it was like, hey, this is what you gotta do. This is how to do it. And the whole time I'm like, hey, now that I'm talking about it, it actually makes sense. I didn't need to talk about it to begin with. So, yeah, ask yourself questions.
Yeah.
You know, and just as a sidebar, that's what we mean, you know, at least most of us on the Spirit Mechanics team, that's what we mean when we say take inventory. Ask yourself questions about the situations that you are currently in. Ask yourself questions about situations that you've been in that you haven't been able to process or let go of.
Mhm.
Ask yourself questions about where it is that you're going to see yourself. You're going to get the correct answers. Have faith that they are the right ones. Pay attention. Take inventory. What serves, what doesn't. What's beneficial for growth and what isn't. Literally everything that we experience, whether it's a good thing or a bad thing, can be used for some kind of production of a good thing. Having faith in that. You know, I'm going to let you go on this one, Brian, but it's a lot like having faith like a mustard seed. See, now we're just going back and forth on each other's sermons.
Well, I mean, is anybody ever seen what a mustard seed looks like?
Can I say I have? Actually, I think I have.
It's a little teeny tiny seed.
It's itty bitty thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That much faith can move a mountain. Because when the plant grows, it grows huge in comparison to its size as a seed. We talked about what last month with Hope, planting seeds, right?
Mm-hmm. That's why we're doing this. It's called
I think you just broke the fourth wall.
I did.
Oh my gosh. Is I'm wearing, no, I think, yeah, I'm wearing a Deadpool shirt underneath this. But like a lot of, it doesn't take a lot. It doesn't take a lot to actually get progress started. It takes just a little bit, a little nudge, a little movement, a little momentum to get the process going. Once the seed's planted, you have to trust that the seed is going to do what it does. You have to have faith that the plant's going to grow. You can tend to it, you can do the things that you're going to do to it. But that has nothing to do with you with it growing.
It's got to have want to, too.
Mm-hmm. What is a mountain? That's an interesting thought.
It is a,
The metaphorical mountain,
no, okay.
not a physical mountain.
Because
A giant molehill.
It's a giant molehill.
it's a giant molehill. It is a coalescence of earth, rock, and plant life.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's
It is an object metaphysic. If you're talking spiritually, it's something that
Yes.
you have specifically put in place that you think you need to climb
Mhm.
based off of that's built on guilt, self-sabotage, and self-doubt.
It could be. I mean, that is definitely a perspective,
That is definitely a mountain for some people, absolutely.
but we're talking generally. What would it be? Yeah.
A hang up of some sort. It could be a thing that you've struggled with all of your life. All it takes is the faith of a mustard seed to say, unto that mountain be removed and cast into the sea.
Great for scripture. Because that's pretty much the point.
Mhm.
What is a mountain but a challenge? Regardless of what it is. A mountain is a challenge. It's a perceived challenge. And the big thing there is that it is a perceived challenge. So that's where a lot of that comes from. That whole being challenged in life is given, being defeated is choice.
Mhm.
Being challenged in life is a given. There are many mountains that we've climbed or are climbing or are choosing to see in the distance. Notice that last one, choosing to see in the distance. But it doesn't mean that faith can't move it. That can't part the way and allow us to walk straight through. Not everything in life is a challenge, even if there are challenges presented in life. You shouldn't have to fight every day. Having faith in yourself allows you to understand that. Not every day is a struggle. If you're struggling to make it a struggle, what are you really doing? You know, there are a lot of people that I've talked to recently. Some of them are actually very close, family. But there's this whole thing of every day. It's so bad every day. Every day it's a problem. Every day I get so angry and I get so upset and so depressed. Why? What happened today? Well, it's this thing that happened 3 weeks ago. Yeah, but what happened today? Well, I'm thinking of what's going to come up in a month and a half from. What happened today? Well, nothing happened today. So what's your fucking problem? Have a little faith. Jesus.
And if you need help changing that mindset, as a kid, that's kind of how I was. And one of the things my mom used to make me do every day when I got home from school was I had to tell her 5 good things that happened that day before I could say a word of bad.
Mhm.
I still do that shit.
Oh, yeah.
If I'm having a bad day, I go through my list. All right, 1. Well, I got to take a hot shower today. And it was fan-freaking-tastic.
Mm.
Cool. Awesome. Number 2, my coffee was fucking perfect. Because honestly, sometimes that is.
I mean, facts. It's like kissing.
Yeah.
Chef's kiss.
Perfection.
But it's just,
Too bad I don't like coffee.
yeah. But sometimes it's okay, cool. I got to go dance in the rain. That's, number 3. Or what?
You said you didn't like coffee. Shut
Oh, no, that was Raymond.
I know.
up. What we're saying.
I was like, I love fucking coffee. But anyway, if you need to start small with something as far as changing your mindset like that, do 2 things a day. Work yourself up, get to 10. You'd be surprised what that kind of a shift will do for your mindset.
For you're talking about the 5 things,
Mhm.
and I think it's neat, especially considering your favorite movie. And I know that's the reason why your mother did that. So even if you
God.
uh-huh.
How many times have I seen that movie?
Exactly. But going along with the original writing, yes. The Jabberwocky was a very formidable and very scary, quote unquote, opponent. What was the Jabberwocky but a simple challenge that was thought to be impossible? So, what I need you to do is state 5 impossible things that you made possible before lunch.
Mhm.
And if you actually allow yourself to really think about it, you can do it. Even before you had breakfast.
Little nudge, little momentum. That's all it takes.
It's like a snowball. It builds.
And I'm just excited when I actually wake up from sleep, can get out of bed and make it to the bathroom to pee. So that's 3 right there.
I mean, it's
If I accomplish that, my day is going awesome.
True.
Because some days with chronic pain and stuff, it's a struggle. But I'm always so grateful when I can. So we're going, we're moving. It might hurt a little bit, but I'm still going. We're still moving.
That's like what I was doing with Cameron. I've talked about it about a month or 2 ago. Helping him change mindset being accountable, doing things like that. And it was something as small as just doing push-ups. Start with a small number. That way it doesn't seem like an impossible task. It's a small thing. I could do that. That's easy. I can do that. I can do, 5 push-ups before we sat down the game. I can do that. That's easy. Do that by the time you've set up and got down and set up and got down, you've done your 5 push-ups, you've done 60. Small things. Doesn't take a lot.
I actually had that mindset whenever I started after my first open heart surgery.
Mhm.
And was finally getting able to move. I started with 1 push-up.
Mhm.
I would do 1 push-up at a time. Then once that was comfortable, I moved to 2
Mhm.
and just build and build and build and just kept adding more.
Mhm.
2 went to 5, 5 went to 10, 15, 20. At one point, I was doing 4 sets of 60 in less than 2 minutes.
Mhm.
Can't do it now, but I could do it then.
Well,
I would have it. But the point is,
what was the spark?
I wanted to feel better.
Uh-huh.
I'd fallen apart because surgery takes a lot of it.
Right.
So I'm going to push myself to get into the shape that I want to be in
Mhm.
so I can recover easier. So I can move on from where I was and keep my life moving
Mhm.
for myself, for my kids. This is my goal. We're going. So
But it took you having faith in yourself to be able to do the 1 push-up.
and actually it was a struggle at first, but
Yeah.
I still kept trying.
It's small movement, a little thing.
Mhm.
Actually, if I remember correctly, I started out with girl push-ups too,
Oh yeah.
Fucking do it.
but it was a start.
And I know that we talked a little bit earlier about asking yourself difficult questions, asking why. If you don't feel comfortable asking yourself why, you should ask yourself why. Because that's going to lead you down a path that'll show you some potential shadow work that you need to do to help get to the point where you do have that faith in yourself and it's a smooth transition.
Mhm.
If you can't ask yourself why can't you ask yourself why?
Actually,
That is a very poignant ass question. Why are you holding yourself back from asking why?
9 times out of 10, you already know the answer because you've already asked it before.
Mm-hmm.
I know with me, it's because I don't want to hear the truth.
Just give me the answer, Tyree. Fuck.
Take the fun out of it.
No, you're fine.
But yeah, so finding, and this is something else, while you're trying to find that faith in yourself, it's okay. And it's actually important to reach out and ask others.
Mhm.
Not what you should do, not what you should be, not how you should live, but ask others. Can you sit with me while I try to figure this out? Can I talk to you while I try to figure this out? It's good to have a sounding board. We do that for each other. The other thing is we've talked in length about how some of us have been to therapy, some of us are currently in therapy. Destigmatize it. There's nothing wrong with going and talking to somebody. We've mentioned Mr. Tyree's shadow work class.
Mhm.
Actually, literally everyone in this room is a part of that
Yep.
because we're taking accountability. We're wanting to refine that faith in ourselves, right? That's what is needed.
That's the beautiful thing about faith, though. It's different than love. It's different than hope.
It requires them both.
Yep. But in order to help you find it for yourself, the catalyst can be the faith in somebody else.
Foreshadowing.
Yep.
It's, something about that's next week's topic.
That's the reason why, I mean, you bringing it up, that's a perfect segue into that. A perfect catalyst, and we'll go further into depth in faith in others next week, but a perfect catalyst for you to find faith in yourself is faith in another person. Is like, hey man, I have this thing going on and I trust your opinion. I trust your thought. I trust that you won't lie to me, that I know you'll tell me the truth, because faith and trust go hand in hand.
It's an interesting thing, and I'm going to spoil a little bit of something. We're going to get to that actually in the third week of this, which is faith in chosen divine. So what is belief? You can believe all day long and it not go any fucking where. But what is true belief? True belief is the presence of faith, hope, and love in the situation that you are believing in. You can't have belief without faith, hope, and love, period. So, working backward, if you are able to believe in someone else, that means you have that faith, hope, and love for them. And if their actions are able to give you some kind of solace or some kind of sounding board or some kind of foundation for you to do what it is that you need to do, it builds that belief in yourself. That's the goal. It all circles back to you. You can't expect your life to go in a specific way, because that is not how life works. Period. But everything does cycle back to you and your particular choices. Circumstances are bred from the choices we make, not the other way around. The rest of it is life being life. There are a lot of things that happen that are well above and beyond out of our scope to understand or control. But the things that usually happen to us that are on a routinely based kind of situation, we bring that on ourselves. Being able to choose correctly comes from having that faith in yourself, that belief in yourself. I am doing the best I can in the way that I know how. This is the best choice that I can make because this is all I understand at the moment. Doing this is going to allow me to be a better person because I'm gaining experience. I think a lot of people forget that. Your life goes the way that you choose it to, regardless of bad circumstances or terrible events. You will end up where you choose to be. Period. You gotta have faith that you are actually making the correct choices for yourself. It's this will be the last thing I say tonight, at least on this topic, but it's kind of like with spirit mechanics. I was very honest, when I said I was tired the other week, and that I had contemplated, after getting so ill over the course of the last couple months of last year, of stepping down. Just, I'm sorry, I can't anymore. And one of the things that brought me to staying here is this is where I've chosen to be. I've said from the get-go, even before spirit mechanics was a thing, that I have every faith that I'm going to be able to be a part of something that is bigger than me. And here I am because of the choices that I've made. I am part of something that is well bigger than me. Well more important. That has a lot more substance than just something that I can provide. That is faith. That is trusting the choice that I made. That is trusting my divine to see me through. That is trusting people that I've chosen to be around to have me. That is faith. Would I change anything that I've decided to do or live through? Absolutely not. I don't regret the decisions I've made. I may joke about it, but I don't. Making those decisions and having faith in myself allowed for others to see that faith in me. It's what Brian was talking about.
Mhm.
Being able to do that has been one of the greatest joys of my entire life. Because I was able to fulfill what I was asked to do. You're not meant for a pew. Go and show others I exist through action, not through words. Faith can move mountains. Doesn't take much. Small things lead to big changes.
One rock at a time.
Yup, yup. Oh,
Shout out to having a wheelbarrow. Oh, hey, this bad boy's called a hole while I stack these bad boys in.
burlap sack. And it
Burlap
won't tear.
jacket.
It won't tear. It won't tear.
Have faith. It's good.
This, the wheelbarrow tire is going flat.
Yeah, we're going.
We're still on.
We're gonna make it down this fucking hill. It may be on top or underneath these rocks, but we're gonna make it to the bottom of this hill. But seriously, y'all, don't make it so difficult. Literally, don't make it so difficult. Not everything has to be a struggle, has to be a fight. Sometimes it's just acknowledgement of that makes the challenge go away. You know, we talk a lot about, especially on tarot nights, you know, we're talking about the tower and everybody's like, oh, it's adversity and it's a challenge. Yeah, that's true. You know, the tower is crumbling, but should you climb it? Do you need to actually be in the middle of that tower while it falls the fuck on down around you? No.
You can walk right past it.
You can legit just, nah,
You can watch it fall.
cool.
Timber.
Don't make it so difficult. Just because you've had difficult times in your life, which we all have, just because something terrible may have happened, and it might have, and that is a rough scene, and it's a rough situation, and it's a rough memory, it doesn't mean that you have to continuously rebuild the fucking tower to watch it fall again. Sometimes you can leave that shit as rubble and keep walking. A lot of times we present ourselves with challenges that don't fucking exist. Have faith in yourself that you are a stronger, a better person than you were at that time. You have left that situation something more and something better than you were then. Have faith in yourself. You've made it this far. That means you're not a fucking victim. You're a survivor. There's a huge difference. Y'all got anything else?
I think the resounding no.
Caffeine. Alrighty. Well, thank y'all for being here. I'm gonna catch up on a couple comments before we dip out, just in case you guys had questions or things that you wanted to talk about, and then we'll head out here in a little bit.
Terry Wolf says, I can't.
Terry said a while back that loving yourself was hard.
It is.
And Miss Lisa Snyder said, thank you. This is exactly what I needed. Renee said things can get accomplished with just a little spiritual insight. Miss Linda Nelson said, I do that in my kitchen sometimes while I'm cooking. One squat is better than zero. At the end of the day, it accumulates. Very true. And
What's up, cuz?
said, love your faces.
We also had an Ottersburg that popped in and said, hey,
Sup, Keith, if you're still around, Bubba. If you're not, sup, Keith.
You'll probably catch it later.
Today, I think he will.
I understand.
Terry said, love y'all. See you in a few days. Love you too, Terry.
See you soon.
see you soon.
And if anybody does actually need any help with A, having a sounding board, or B, reaching out to somebody, please DM us,
Oh, absolutely.
because we always do what we can to make sure that we can give you the best help possible. If that's, hey, do you happen to know any therapists locally? We have a list, especially ones that are trusted. If, hey, I need a minute. All right, cool. We can hold some space. Just reach out. That's all it takes. And you should never be disappointed or upset with yourself for asking for help. Nor should it be a difficult thing.
Because that's the biggest problem.
Mhm.
Nobody wants to ask for help. They always want to do it themselves. And I'm just as guilty about that as myself.
You said it twice. I'm just as guilty about it as myself.
Mr. Ottersburg, be safe heading home.
Yes, sir.
We love you, sir. We love it. We love each and every one of you,
Thoughts are with you, Bubba.
sir.
And if you have a problem asking for help, or if you have a difficulty with it, ask yourself why. Oftentimes that why gives you an answer, at least a starting pebble to toss in a river. Well, this first ripple, okay, it was because of this. Okay, so that's step one. What about after that? And then eventually you have the answer that you're looking for, and your mindset has completely changed because you asked yourself why and you listened.
Mhm.
There's a difference between listening and hearing, even with yourself, guys.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And Carissa said, sorry, been busy running the fluff off of my butt. I'm going to give a little part of my liver.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, a little bit, a part of my life.
Oh,
Oh.
Yeah. Okay.
Gotcha.
Miss Linda Nelson said, thanks, guys. Have a great weekend.
Yep. We plan to, at least in some capacity.
Barry Wolf said, Kool-Aid Man in the house.
for real. Just busting through the wall.
Shelley Hughes hopped in late, but caught some of the good word. I'll go back and watch.
Be prepared to laugh.
Thank you, Miss Shelley. We always appreciate you.
Absolutely, Chick. Thank you for the gift, by the way, Miss Shelley. I do appreciate that.
Alrighty.
Well, Steve, You wanna do that thing?
You do that thing you do
That thing I do.
with your mouth.
I do a lot of things with my mouth. I mean, but at the end of it, y'all take time for you. You know, be good to yourself. It's not a very difficult thing. We make it harder than it should be. Take a breath. Be awesome, right? Till we see y'all again, take care of yourselves, take care of each other. Remember that those that have the power to change themselves have the power to change the world around themselves. Love y'all.
Love you guys. We'll
Love
see
you
ya.
guys.
Good night.